All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the virtual college fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Counselors, as well as StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that's happening this evening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available in about a week at the same website where you initially submitted your registration. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters, and we'll get started with Liberty University.
All right, well, good evening, y'all. My name is John. I'm John Travis, and I'm an admissions representative from Liberty University. I graduated from Liberty in 2018 and met my wife at Liberty, so I have a very real and personal connection to the university. Also, I'm from Lynchburg, Virginia, where Liberty is located. But enough about me, let's talk about Liberty. It is one of the world's largest Christian universities with over 200 undergraduate degree programs housed by 15 different schools and colleges. We also do have 20 NCAA Division I sports. Now, looking first towards the academics, what you're going to see is a full list of all the schools where you could study. Some of those programs that I do enjoy highlighting is going to be our School of Aeronautics, Business, Education, and Nursing. I do believe that those are areas where we do have some of the top programs in the nation. Now, within these schools, we do offer programs like pre-law, pre-med, pre-PT, and more. And something that we recognize is important to students is feeling seen, heard, and understood. So our professors do play a large part in that process by offering 10 office hours, or you can come and ask questions or seek additional guidance. We do want to make sure you don't feel overwhelmed, so we do have a 21-to-1 student to professor ratio in class. And then in partnership with LU Send, we are able to offer study abroad opportunities. As I mentioned earlier, Liberty does offer 20 NCAA Division I sports, including football, basketball, baseball, softball, and soccer, and more. And then if your sport isn't offered at the Division I level, we do have over 40 club sports teams. If you're looking to have fun but still compete, we do offer 20+ intramural sports. And for more information on our sports, visit libertyflames.com. Now, food's very important to me, and it is to our students as well. And as a result, Liberty has been rated #1 in the United States for 2 years in a row recently. Aside from our main dining hall on campus, we do offer some retail locations like 4 Chick-fil-A's within a 5-mile radius of campus, 3 Dunkin' Donuts, and 2 Starbucks, again, on campus. Now, with housing in mind, we have been rated #9 in the U.S. as a result of our 3 housing styles, which is our classic style, resembling the long traditional hallway, 2 to 3 people per room, and a communal bathroom. Our apartment style, which resembles a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment with a washer and dryer in unit. And finally, a hotel style, which is like a 2-person hotel room with a private bathroom and controlled heating and air. Now, at Liberty, we are represented by all 50 states and over 70 countries, so you're guaranteed to meet someone from somewhere you've never been. Now, on campus, we do offer a lot of ways for you to have fun. First, we have Snowflex. It's a year-round skiing, snowboarding, and tubing lodge. Then we have Coffee House, which is put on by our Student Activities Department. It's a student talent show where students can do musical, comedy, or dance acts where we have funny videos in between. We also have Convocation, which is the largest weekly gathering of Christian young people in the world, and currently it's being held virtual. But we have had speakers like Simone Biles, Steph Curry, Steve Forbes, and more. And finally, we have a workout facility with just about everything that you could ask for. Our admissions process does start with submitting your application. We are not on the Common App, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that shortly. We're accepting applications from students for up to the Fall 22 semester. Now, for my Fall 21 semester students, we are test optional, and beyond that is to be determined. We don't have any hard admissions requirements, but we do really try and take all things into consideration. So please submit everything that you have. As a student at Liberty, we want to make sure that you feel supported academically, mentally, spiritually, and with your future in mind. So our College of Applied Studies and Academic Success will offer peer review tutoring services where you can go for additional service from upperclassmen. Then if you need additional time taking tests or you want to take a CLEP exam or an institutional challenge exam, we have a testing center there as well. We then have our Career Center, which is there to offer cover letter and resume writing workshops, mock interviews, and career-specific coaching and fairs to prepare you for life after college. And finally, with our Center for Health and Wellness, we emphasize your wellness by offering multiple wellness initiatives, including mental health and spiritual wellness through counseling services. When considering cost, Liberty is in the lower 25% of all private universities. To assist with fighting the cost of college, 96% of our students do receive some form of financial aid, including a merit or need need-based scholarship or grant, outside scholarships, or student loans. One example of a merit-based scholarship would be the Liberty Academic Scholarship, where students can qualify for $1,500 to a full tuition academic scholarship by submitting their unweighted high school GPA and their SAT or ACT super scores. And we also do offer work study and student work positions. We're having classes and visits in person, and so if you'd like to come see us on campus, we have a daily tour, Experience LU, which is a full day event where you can come and tour the campus, hear an admissions presentation, have lunch, and talk with the faculty and staff of the program you're interested in, and also college for a weekend. But I'd recommend visiting www.liberty.edu/visit us to read more about college for a weekend, because it's currently undergoing some adjustments to promote COVID-related guidelines. And finally, if you'd like to claim an app fee waiver, you can either scan that QR code or text JT to 49596. And if you have any questions, please email me. Again, my email is right there, jrtravis@liberty.edu, or drop them in the Q&A section. But thank you guys so much for your time. I hope you have a great day.
Great. Thank you so much. And up next is UVA Wise.
Thank you. Okay, can you just confirm you can see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. All right, so welcome everyone. My name is Jamie Rose and I'm the Director of Admissions here at UVA Wise. So just want to take a few minutes to tell you about UVA Wise and what we have to offer. So a little bit about us. We were founded in 1954. We are a four-year public liberal arts college. We're a little young compared to a lot of the colleges out there. We were founded originally as a transfer school to the University of Virginia. So we have always had that affiliation with our main campus in Charlottesville. We're a little bit different because we are a lot smaller. We only have about 2,000 students total at UVA Wise, which means our student faculty ratio is only about 13-to-1. So lots of personal attention from your professors and advisors on our campus, and we only offer undergraduate degrees. As far as where we're located, you can see here on the map, we are located in Wise, Virginia, which is very far southwestern Virginia. We are in the Appalachian Mountains. So to put it in reference, if you are from Roanoke, you're about 3 hours away from us. Richmond, about 5 hours away. We are very close to both Kentucky and Tennessee. So a lot of our students tend to go into Tennessee to the Tri-Cities area while they're here on campus. A little bit about our majors. Most of our programming is based off what the university has. We do have the only undergraduate degree program in software engineering at the undergraduate level, so we are very proud of that one. We have added some new majors for this year, so we have added exercise science, health and wellness, and sports management as majors that we've never had before. So those are brand new to our program. Along with majors, you can also do our Army ROTC program. So you can add that in with any major. We offer 3-year scholarships for students for that program, and then we pick up the 4th year and cover everything. In the picture there, you can see one of our biologists, Professor Michael Schell, working with a student. We have a huge undergraduate research symposium, so all of our students in any major can do research. Specifically in the science department, we have something called a Fellowship in Natural Sciences program, which is where students can work directly with professors, do one-on-one research, and they're actually published in academic journals. So they're actually working, chemistry student, they are working on an NMR spectrometer, which you have the option of doing at the undergraduate level. So I'm working right now on an iPad. So all of our students, free of charge, get an iPad. So that's all incoming freshman students and transfer students. That's no additional cost to you. Our students love the Notability app. They're using that in classrooms. It definitely has enhanced our learning. So you get the iPad, the pencil, and the keyboard. It also can save you some money when you're looking at the cost of your textbooks. There's a possibility to actually download some of your free textbooks. And then once you get ready to graduate from UVA Wise, if you would like to keep your iPad, you can pay us $1 and then the app will completely turns it over to you. So it's yours to keep. As far as athletic programs, you can see what we offer here as men's and women's sports. We are NCAA Division II, which means that we do offer athletic scholarship for our students. So if you are interested, please reach out to the coaches on our athletics website. We are also in the South Atlantic Conference, and hopefully we're going to start up with athletics in the spring. Hopefully basketball in November, everything else in the spring. Student life is huge on our campus. There are plenty of things to do. We have over 50 clubs and organizations. We have outdoor recreation programs. You can do everything from tandem skydiving, deep sea fishing, whitewater rafting. Of course, we have fraternities and sororities on campus. We also have a huge intramural sports program here. We have national cornhole champions as of last year, so very proud of those guys. They do everything from soccer, flag football. Our actual soccer team to beat is a faculty group called Staff Infection. So those are the guys to beat on campus. We also have student activities board that do different events for our students, Free Fridays, which I love, Glow Rage Paint Party, things like that. So plenty of things to keep students active on campus. So dealing with financial aid, we have a brand new program called Within Reach. So this is for Virginia residents working towards your first bachelor's degree. If you have a $40,000 or less income, we completely cover the full tuition and fees. So with financial aid, we award about $19 million in financial aid. We have consistently been ranked as a school having students graduate with some of the least amount of debt in the nation. So we are very proud of that, especially the number of students that we have to go on to graduate professional school. Definitely save your debt for then. We also have very generous academic merit-based money. So we have academic scholarships that can cover full tuition and fees for in-state students, and then we have a great program for out-of-state students as well. We are going to be test optional for the fall. So for first-time freshmen, we are test optional. You can do our application for admission or the Common App. Be admitted before December 1st to get priority on financial aid scholarships. So we require the application, your transcript, $25 application fee or a waiver. Be on the lookout. We are doing a lot of on-site admission programs. We're actually waiving that application fee for students. You can also see there at the bottom the admission stats about how many applications we get, average GPA, test scores. So here you have all of our contact information in the office. I also included ROTC. Again, we are open in person. We are doing campus tours. So please reach out to us, go online and visit that request form, fill that out if you want to come see us. And we are also doing Saturday information sessions as well. So plenty of opportunities to visit UVA Wise. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. And up next is Longwood University.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Cheyenne Trywell, and I am the Territory Manager for the Tidewater, Roanoke, Virginia, Northern Neck, Virginia, as well as Eastern Shore portions of Virginia. We're going to talk a few moments about Longwood University and some great topics regarding our institution. So, Longwood University, I always say, is a medium-sized school. We're about 5,000 undergraduate students. We do have a very robust and growing graduate student population as well. Our average class size is around 18, so very similar to what you're probably currently experiencing in your current high school. Our ethnic diversity is about 25%, so a lot of our students do identify as non-white. We are predominantly female at the moment, so the way the ratio typically breaks down is for every 2 gals, there's 1 guy. We have over 20 different countries represented through our international program, as well as our on-campus students, and over 100 different areas of study, so different topics for you to be studying as an academic program. So in reference to on-campus life, we are located in Central Virginia, so a lot of our students do have to look inward to the institution to find those things to do and ways to be involved on campus, which a lot of our students are heavily involved in at least 2 to 3 student organizations. So we are a Division I school. We participate in the Big South Conference, so we play a lot of teams in Virginia as well as North Carolina and Maryland. We have a lot of niche organizations as well, which are specific things that are more unique to smaller populations of students. We have one of the best health and fitness centers in the nation. It was actually ranked number 19 of 20 institutions on the 2016 U.S. News and World Report. We also have a lot of other different ways for you to get involved on campus through Greek and sorority life, as well as, again, some other niche specific organizations for you on campus. So in reference to admissions, a lot of students are always wondering, hey, what numbers do I specifically need in order to be offered admission? So for us, we typically don't like to talk about a minimum or a maximum, but we can talk about our mid-ranges. So this means 50% of our student population who were offered admission for the fall 2020 term fell within these ranges in reference to GPA. So a 3.2 to a 3.9, that is your cumulative weighted GPA. For the SAT, around a 1,000 to an 1160. For the ACT, a 19 to 25. So we are test optional for fall 2021 at the moment. No final decisions have been made for the future. So if you're not a senior right now, check back in with us once you do reach your senior year to make sure if we are still test optional. In reference to those deadlines, if you're interested in nursing, our 4-year direct entry nursing program, which is very, very popular, we have an early decision deadline that's coming upon us very quickly, which is November 2nd. December 1st is that other preferred deadline, and it is non-binding. So if you're interested in nursing, that is the final deadline. If you're interested in any other academic program, as well as if you're undecided, or if you're interested in our Cormier Honors College and to be eligible for those merit-based scholarships, it'll be super important for you to submit your application by December 1st. We are also a rolling admission school, which means as soon as we make a decision for you, we are going to notify you within that application portal, or we're going to, of course, send you that physical letter as soon as your decision is made. We are also a Common App school, so if you are interested in Common App or thinking about setting up a profile, you'll definitely be able to add Longwood to your list and apply through the Common App portal. So again, in reference to our application in Common App, we really encourage you to do whichever is suitable to your needs. We don't have a preference for which application. In reference to those documents, we really do want you to, of course, send in that high school transcript detailing your grades all the way up through your junior year. And we will, of course, be evaluating your admission decision based on that cumulative weighted GPA. So if you're in AP, IB, or dual enrollment courses, getting that extra credit on your GPA will definitely take that into account for you. Now, again, in reference to test scores, we are optional. However, we really do encourage you to submit those if you have them or if you're interested in our nursing program. Also, for those nursing applicants, there is a 250-word nursing essay that is required, as well as the early decision form if you're going to be applying by that November 2nd deadline. Overall cost, we are about $26,000 for one academic year. That does include room and board, and which is typically, of course, where you're going to be living, as well as your meal plan and the cost of your courses for an in-state student. The only thing not included in this number is the cost of your books, as well as the cost of a parking decal, because we do allow first-year students to have a vehicle on campus. If you're going to apply to Longwood by December 1st, you're going to be automatically eligible for those merit-based scholarships that are listed under the scholarship portion. There is no additional work that will be required of you. It's also important to note that those scholarships are renewable for your next 3 years at Longwood. So it's not a one quick deal where you're only going to get it your freshman year. You will get it for those subsequent following years. We are also a banded tuition school, which means if you're taking 12 to 18 academic credit hours, you'll be paying one set cost. So you don't have to worry about your bill going up and down depending on your credit hours. And it also is a great way for us to encourage students to ensure that they're completing at least 15 credit hours each semester. That way they're on track to that 120 credit hour for you to graduate within 4 years. So this is our contact information. So please do make sure that you reach out to us. If you do have any questions right now, I'm more than happy to answer those for you. Definitely make sure that you utilize the Q&A feature and I will get back to you immediately. Now, of course, if you give us a ring, we will be, of course, be able to answer. Our hours are typically between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. We do have some adjusted hours sometimes. You can also reach us via text at any given moment, as well as via email. We are also hosting in-person visitation. So if you're interested in physically coming and checking out our campus, we'd love for you to do that, but we also have some great virtual options for you as well. So again, if you have any questions about Longwood University, feel free to message us, or again, just use that Q&A feature right now. Thanks so much.
Great, thank you so much. And our next institution is Johnson and Wales University.
Hi, I appear to be experiencing a small technical difficulty.
Sure, no problem. If you want to leave and rejoin, and we can actually have Arcadia University go next if they're okay with that.
All right. Oh, and it's okay if I go?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, no problem. All right. Thank you for everyone for coming today and attending this fair. Arcadia is very excited to present. My name is Gina Slonin and I'm an admissions counselor at Arcadia. I'm also an alumna. I'm very excited. All right, so we are located in the greater Philadelphia area, which is just outside of North Philly. About, I would say from Virginia, depending on where you're driving from, about 4 to 5 hour drive north. Very close to Philadelphia. We are located in Glenside, Pennsylvania, which is a small town. All the stores give little student discounts, which is really nice. The Dunkin' Donuts, especially when I was a student and I lived there, 10% off for students is really great. Through Glenside, it's a straight walk, about a 12-minute walk to the train station, and then a 20-minute ride into the city of Philadelphia. So really easily accessible into the city. There's a lot of great networking events, other events that invite all college students in the area, but also really great for just a weekend day trip or a weekend trip into Philadelphia. Since Philadelphia is extremely easily accessible, also New York City and Washington, D.C. are very accessible as well. With that, we're a small school, a small campus. We have about 2,000 undergraduate students, 12-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. You won't see a classroom with more than 14 students in it. We're a small classroom size. We don't do the lecture halls. We're very discussion-based classroom style. That's how we teach at Arcadia. With that, we have more than 65 fields of study. So if you want to choose a major, if you're undecided, that's fine. You don't really have to declare your major until about your second year with us. And with that, since we have so many fields of study, if you want to double major, which is what I did, or do a major with a minor, it's very easy to do so as well and still graduate in 4 years. All right, so to talk about the school a little bit, we have 26 NCAA D3 teams. We participate in the MAC Championship, the Mid-Atlantic Conference. We just added 5 teams to our roster this year: men's and women's ice hockey, men's and women's track and field, and esports. So very excited about those teams starting. In addition, we have 60 plus clubs and organizations, all student run. And in addition to that, we have 15 intramurals. So if you don't want to be as competitive, you can definitely participate with one of our intramurals. Clubs and organizations range from academic-based clubs to dance performance clubs, to food clubs. We have our vegan club, of course. We have anime clubs, so just more fun kind of clubs as well, a lot of involvement. And then for weekends, Arcadia hosts on Friday and Saturday some kind of activity-based to kind of get the students involved during their weekends. That can be either rollerblading or they'll bring a hypnotist to campus. We've done laser tag, bubble soccer. We'll have a color war day. Midnight Bingo is probably the most popular. One year they brought in a small flat screen TV to be one of the prizes. So now everyone on campus goes hoping that that will be another prize. So a lot to do on the weekends, and then Sundays are more relaxed, movie, drinks, popcorn, something easy to start you off for the week. Guaranteed housing all 4 years. That castle you saw in the first screen, yes, you can live in the castle in your very first year at Arcadia. That 3rd floor is all student housing. We have our traditional style dorms, 2 people sharing a space, bathroom in the hallway, our suite style, and lastly, our apartment style complex, which is only a 5-minute walk from campus. We have been nationally ranked for study abroad participation for the past 10 years. We have 11 international Arcadia centers and 40 plus international affiliations and partnerships. About 80% of our students do use their passport before they graduate. We have different programs. I like to say are small, medium, and large. If you'd like to go abroad for about a week to 2 weeks, that's fine. If you find comfort in a month to a full semester abroad, or if you would like to do a full academic year, we have all types of options with many, many different countries. We do offer 2 unique first-year opportunities. Our FISI first-year study abroad experience, which is a full semester abroad during your very first year in college, or if you're not ready for a full semester, we do have a week-long program called our Preview, which is a kind of teaching how to travel. It's a preview to the world opportunity. That is our most subsidized course. With study abroad for a full semester, it is very affordable. All of your financially flies with you. You're not going to pay anything extra, and it's still easy to graduate in 4 years because all of your credits travel back with you. So you're not postponing your graduation. All right, so what do we need to apply? We need your application. We accept Common App, or we have our individual online application. There is no application fee. We do a holistic review approach when reviewing your application, so I always encourage students to provide us with as much information as possible. That adds up to the merit-based scholarship. The merit-based scholarship can range from $12,000 to $25,000. You will receive your award amount with your acceptance letter. In the application, we still need your high school transcript, 1 letter of recommendation, either counselor or teacher. We are now test optional from here on out, which is very exciting. We do have credentials that you can supplement for your SAT or ACT scores if you're not planning on taking the SAT or ACT. You can provide us with an essay talking about why you think Arcadia is the best fit for you. You can provide us with a writing portfolio, a compilation of all your writings throughout your high school year, so we can see how your writing has progressed. We have an interview option, and lastly, a video. Can be 60 seconds, as creative or as formal as you'd like. In addition to that, anyone that is an acting major, we do require an acting audition, and anyone that's applying for our art program, we do require your art portfolio. In addition to the merit-based scholarship, we also offer financial aid through the information we received from FAFSA. So the merit-based scholarship in addition to needs-based financial aid as well. And that is everything I have to share today. My name is Gina Slonin. I work with all students from Virginia as well as DC and Maryland. So please, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, give us a call. We're working remote. I'm in my living room, but we're still here for all the students.
Great. Thank you so much, Gina. Stacy, are you able to go now?
I am. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
I apologize for that.
No problem. So up next, we have Johnson & Wales University.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time to learn about all of our schools tonight. And my name is Stacy Thomas, and I am the representative that handles part of Virginia. I thought I would concentrate tonight on things that make us a little bit different. And so I'll start off by saying that where we're located. We have 2 campus locations, Providence, Rhode Island, and Charlotte, North Carolina. And when you apply to Johnson & Wales, you're accepted to both campuses. And if your major is offered on both campuses, you can go back and forth amongst them. So that is one very unique thing about us. The hallmark of a Johnson & Wales education is learning by doing, or experiential education, learning outside of the classroom. And one of the ways that we do that is through our learning labs. And so in addition to that lecture part of your coursework, you're going to be able to go into the lab component and master the technology that you're going to need for your career. So a few things pictured here. We have our physician's assistant anatomy lab, criminal justice lab, fashion lab, and even an outdoor urban garden, which actually teaches our students about sustainable food systems. Class sizes are small at Johnson & Wales. You're not going to get lost in the shuffle. We have probably about 35 students per class, and then 16 to 18 in your lab, so you're never going to have those large lecture hall style classes. Our professors and instructors are experts in their field. They come to Johnson & Wales from the industries that they're teaching. So they really bring that real world experience to the classroom. And then finally, I will mention that something that makes us a little unique is that you can jump right into your major your very first semester on campus. You don't have to wait till your junior year to study in your major. Speaking of which, we have over 70 different programs that are listed here across different disciplines like business, engineering and design, hospitality, health sciences. Where we really shine, and we've been a global leader for a very long time, is in culinary arts. And a lot of students know us for anything that has to do with food. And so we've taken that role a step further and have now introduced our College of Food Innovation and Technology. And so in this program, you're really going to learn about in this college, I should say, you're really going to learn about the impact that food has on all of us. So whether you want to study just traditional culinary arts, baking and pastry arts, or maybe you want to study food science, or perhaps product innovation, or nutrition, or sustainable food systems, you're able to look at food across many different landscapes. 97.7% of our students either have a job when they graduate or have gotten into their graduate program, and we don't get that number by accident. That's well above the national average, and the way we get there is by our robust internship program. So 71% of our students have job offers at the end of their internship. Getting involved is a huge part of the Johnson & Wales student experience, and in addition to growing your own personal and social skills, it certainly does add to building that resume, which is something we're helping you do from day one. In terms of athletics, we do have athletics on both of our campuses. I'll just put this up here so you can see what we offer where. We compete at the D3 level in Providence and USCAA in Charlotte. In terms of residential life, our students are required to live on campus for the first 2 years. You can bring a car, and we have a full array of different types of living options for you, from hall style to suite style to apartment style living. We even have pet-friendly dorms. In terms of applying to Johnson & Wales, you can apply directly on our website or through the Common App. The only required document that we need is your transcript. So when we receive your application and your transcript, we consider your file complete. However, if you want to send test scores, personal statement, essay, teacher recommendations, please do so. You're welcome to. They are optional, but we ask that you send them close to the time that you apply so they make it to your file. We are truly test optional, so you don't need to worry about test scores with us, and I highly encourage any students thinking about Johnson & Wales to apply by our March 1st deadline. In terms of affordability, about 94% of our students are getting financial aid and scholarships. And when we notify you of your admissions decision, we're also notifying you of your merit-based awards. So there's not a separate application to be considered for scholarships at Johnson & Wales. And then of course, if you send your FAFSA, we'll review you for any need-based aid. Visiting Johnson & Wales is possible now on ground. We are offering tours on both of our campuses, but we also have some really unique visit opportunities on our website. So they're virtual, and they might be campus tours, they might be open houses, it might be a culinary experience day or a cook-along, or you might be able to have a health science visit day with our dean. So there's lots of great opportunities to get to know Johnson & Wales on a deeper level, even if you can't see us in person. And finally, I will mention, if you want to get on our mailing list and stay in touch with us, please scan this QR code or text Wildcats to the number that you see there. This way, we'll be able to update you on new visit programs once they become available. Finally, this is my contact information. I'm Stacy Thomas. I handle Northern Virginia, the Shenandoah Valley, down to Roanoke, and then the North Carolina border. And my colleague, Marisa Marcy, covers the Hampton Roads, Richmond, Lynchburg, Eastern Shore area of Virginia. So thank you very much.
Great, thank you so much, Stacy. Just a reminder to use that Q&A widget if you have any questions specifically for any of the institutions that you've heard of, or ones in general that you'd like all colleges to respond to. And then our final institution of the evening is Marymount Manhattan College.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Taz. I'll be the one giving you the presentation today. I didn't get a chance to attend Marymount, but I'm happy to join here for at least the past year. It's definitely a family environment. Oh, sorry. So just some quick facts about Marymount Manhattan College. We are located in the heart of New York City. If you look at the map, that top marker right there is where our academic campus is. The one in the middle is where our 55th Street Residence Hall is located, and the one all the way at the bottom is where our upperclassmen Residence Hall is located. The one in the middle is about 16 blocks away, and it's about a block a minute, so it equates to about a 15 to 16-minute walk away. If you just don't feel like walking that day, by all means, feel free to hop on a city bus. It will take you to campus. And then, of course, the one all the way at the bottom, you're nearby NYU and Pace. So it's a college area within the city. And it's about a 20-minute train ride away. We do have about 1,900 undergraduates total. So we are a small campus, and the classroom size equates to, of course, 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We do enjoy that small private college feel, and we definitely want our professors and our students to get a chance to know each other and help each other, and this helps with graduation rate in the long run. We do have about 31 majors and 45 minors for you to choose from, all ranging from the fine and performing arts to the liberal arts, and we do have students coming from all over the nation and all over the world, so all up and down the eastern, western seaboard, and last fall we had someone who started from Australia. Career services, something I want to highlight with career services, what's unique about us is that we have something called the City Edge program. I encourage all of my students to take full participation in it. It's already part of your tuition. With that City Edge program, you're going out into real business businesses, sorry, doing some shadowing, getting some internship networking opportunities. And because of this, our students are finding great opportunities by the time they graduate. And in terms for our fine and performing arts students, they would get a chance to be adjudicated by professionals, maybe some people from Broadway, or maybe some studios that are also located in New York City. Something else that is unique about our career services is that we offer a boutique to help you with professional clothing. So when it's time for you to go out into the world, get some internships, do some interviews, you have already impressed on your paper, but now you're impressed with your appearance. This is just a range of what we do offer. We do offer Bachelor of Arts, Bachelors of Sciences, and Bachelors of Fine Arts in a number of areas. What is great about us is that we allow our students to double major, triple major, pick up a minor. It's so easy due to something called double dipping, which I will gladly explain when I have more time to talk. You would have my email at the end of all of this, but just take a quick look. If you ever want more in depth, to visit our website. And then we do have about 35 clubs and organizations for you to join, all ranging, again, from the fine and performing arts. We have writing, newspaper, SGA, and we do have something called Pumpkin Fest and Apple Fest. One is in the fall, one is in the spring for our students, kind of like a tradition to get a chance to learn the community and get involved in a number of different areas. The only two things we don't have, unfortunately, we don't have any sports. It's New York City, it's kind of hard to have a stadium. And we don't have any Greek. We pride ourselves on inclusivity, and we feel that some Greek may be a bit exclusive. We do have, we don't necessarily have a minimum, but we do have our averages that as you can see listed there. We are test optional for the fall 21 school year. And then when you're ready to apply, we do have our own application on our website, and we are also on Common Apps. Just feel free to add us to the list. We are going to need your high school transcripts, at least one recommendation letter, an essay from you, and a $60 non-refundable fee, but definitely feel free to get in contact with me and I can provide you with some fee waivers. Average cost to attend is about $56,000 if you plan to stay on campus with us. But let's say you have a family or friend that lives in New York City, your tuition will come up to about a $37,000 sticker price. We do offer merit-based scholarships. It is determined by your GPA at the time of application, and that could go up to $18,000. If anyone here is interested in the fine and performing arts, we do have talent-based scholarships, and that goes up to $10,000, and that is dependent on how well you perform. All of our scholarships are renewable for all 4 years when you are with us. And stay connected. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is listed there under the admissions mmm.edu. Mine is tcambridge@mmm.edu. I'm not sure if I forgot to mention, but my name is Taz, and I always look forward to hearing from you. So thank you again for joining us this evening.
Great, thank you, Taz, and thanks to all of our presenters for their stories and presentations this evening. Just a reminder, if you do have any questions, please feel free to use that Q&A widget, and we would be certainly happy to answer any of those. And if everyone wants to come back at this point, looks like there are not currently any questions. While we wait to see if any come in, we can just kind of start off one in general, and certainly feel free to go in the same order as our initial presentation, so we can start off with Liberty. But when these students, whether you're offering on-campus visits or not, when they do have the chance to make it to your campus, what's that one thing that they need to check out that they should be sure not to miss?
Oh my gosh, that is a loaded question. I think if there's one thing you can't miss, I think you go by the library. I think when I think about buildings on campus, I wouldn't say that define us, but that definitely like set us apart. Our library is going to be one, because that's going to be where you're going to spend a lot of hours, honestly. So just check out the facility, what we offer there. You know, you can grab coffee, or whether it's just the fact that we have over 80,000 square feet of glass where it's natural light and you have really anything that you could want. I'd say stop by the Jerry Falwell Library. That's a great place to go.
And yes, ditto to Liberty there. Definitely our library as well. It is the largest building that we do have on campus, 6 stories, 68,000 square feet, 24-hour space, Starbucks. So used to be our student center was kind of the hangout place, and that has gradually shifted over to the library. So I would definitely say that space as well on campus.
For us at Longwood University, I think it is great for you to just enjoy overall all of our campus buildings, as well as you're walking, pay attention to the ground. So we have some markings on our ground on the concrete, blue rotundas that represent the spirit of Longwood, that students participate in the tradition of not walking on. It's kind of like trampling on the spirit of Longwood. And then we have some lovely 7-point crowns that represent another secret organization on campus called Princeps, and it is a great tradition for you to step on those for good luck. So that's what I would, we always invite our students who are participating in our tours to participate in those lovely traditions as soon as you set foot on campus.
Okay, I'll go. So at Johnson & Wales, in addition to the tour that you'll see all of the buildings, right now we're not taking students inside of our buildings due to COVID protocols, but the cities that we're located in are absolutely beautiful. And as I mentioned earlier, with Johnson & Wales's global reputation and culinary and food scene, I would ask the admissions office for the list of alumni restaurants in our cities. And after you take the tour, go visit a couple alumni restaurants, talk to people who have successfully gone through our program that own restaurants now and are living the dream that maybe you might have. So I always think that's a fun thing to do. I do it when I'm in town.
So mine's kind of a given. The castle is amazing. It used to be a home. Mr. and Mrs. Harris, when their mansion burned down, they built a castle. Those white Domino sugar packets, they were the ones that originally created those. So that's kind of where their wealth comes from. And they built this amazing castle. Our entire campus used to be their home. So this castle, they had a lot of the rooms that were built. A lot of the materials were imported from Europe. So our mirror room, for example, where like the ballroom is a replica of Versailles. So a lot of really, really beautiful moments in the castle, a lot of great photo shoot opportunities too. And then we do host a lot of events in the castle as well, not just for our students, but also outside of our students. So it's really nice to have that castle as part of our campus. Students can hang out in it. My office, I don't know how I got so lucky, but my office is in there. So yeah, the castle is just beautiful.
For our campus, honestly, just touring the campus you just need to be everywhere. What we do, we have a Hewitt Gallery of Art in which we portray where our art students, where all of their work, what they've been doing for the year, for the semester. It starts there, and then as you go throughout our campus, the paintings trickle down throughout. So just while you're touring the campus, you're also getting a museum tour, which is very interesting, and it's great to take in to see what the students have been working on for the year. So.
Great, thank you everyone. And thank you to all of our attendees for joining us and our panelists for sharing their institutions with us. When this webinar ends, you'll be directed to a quick 4-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted for students from Virginia this evening, so be sure to register for additional ones at strivescan.com/Virginia. And in about a week, you'll be able to find the recording of this session and all other ones on the same website where you initially registered. Thanks so much and have a great evening.